In your headlines, PDM party selects deputy leader at 46th National Convention, 2021 Youth Digital Summit, and police investigate shooting incidents across Providenciales. Hello, Turks and Caicos. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Newswatch. It's Monday, November 1st, 2021. I'm Latoya Walken, and the real news starts now. Over the weekend, the People's Democratic Movement held their 46th National Convention, in which they elected new delegates to the party, including a new deputy leader. The order of business in Monday's leading story. On October 29th through the 30th, the People's Democratic Movement reconvened its 46th National Convention on the island of Grand Turk under the theme Embracing the Past, Connecting the Future. Addressed at the National Convention as prescribed by the party's constitution were the work of the party, approve amendments by resolution to the constitution of the party, received and adopt party reports with in-depth discussion, and election of officers of the party from amongst delegates. The leader of the opposition, Honorable Edwin Oswald, who announced the convention during a phone interview back in July of this year, explained that all positions were up to be challenged, including his as the leader of the party.
No deputy leader has been announced as yet. It's just the leader and national chairman. We have a convention in October, which all positions will be up for grabs. If someone wants to challenge me and take the leadership from me, they have all the right to do so. And like I say, I'm sure it's going to be someone who feel that this is their time and they can do a better job than me. And it's their right. They are in their right to feel that way and want to challenge. Every convention, all positions are up to be challenged.
The following delegates were elected as officers of the party. Honorable Edwin Oswald, leader. Robert Bean Jr., deputy leader. Azure Taylor, national chairman. Curtis Simmons, first vice chairman. Brooke Capron, second vice chairman. Cheryl Forbes, assistant secretary general. Charlie Garland, party chaplain. Trevor Missick, party whip. Honorable Hugh Derek Taylor, party trustee. Mr. Llewellyn Henfield, party trustee. And Princey Harris, party trustee. The party leader congratulated all newly elected officers of the party and reconfirmed his commitment to taking on the challenge of leader of the party. Honorable Oswald stated, quote, "We are ready to work together and we are rolling up our sleeves and starting the work right now, working for all the people of the Turks and Caicos and the People's Democratic Movement Party." The deputy leader, Robert Bean Jr., also congratulated the newly elected officers of the party and stated that his position as deputy leader will not be taken lightly, as he is committed to working together as a party, serving with integrity while being a voice on all issues affecting the lives of our Turks and Caicos Islands. The national chairman, Azure Taylor, also stated, quote, "As the PDM continues to chart its course to becoming the government of the day, the party will fervently stand on its core principles of prosperity, equality, and justice for all. The PDM would like to convey its sincere thanks and gratitude to the former executive members who contributed significantly to the party leadership core. To our supporters, future supporters, and well-wishers of the PDM, this newly elected executive team will endeavor to fortify your trust in this party and engender the spirit of unity within our party and throughout our Turks and Caicos Islands. If God be for us, who can be against us?" End quote. This year's Youth Business and Digital Summit comes just in time for Global Entrepreneurship Week. One of the event's many speakers is a local entrepreneur and marketer, Gabrielle Saunders. Our Lee Covey brings us the details in this next story.
On November 10th to 12th, Caribbean entrepreneurs will have the opportunity to learn how to sell their business regionally and internationally from the comfort of their homes. Those tuned in will benefit from the knowledge of over 15 industry experts who will be passing on the tricks of the trade from first-hand experience. Jamila Bannister of J. Bannister Branding in Trinidad and Tobago is a personal branding strategist and shared that she will be delivering her 7-step framework to brand building online and also touch on problem solving.
So I will be sharing with the audience my 7-step framework to building a brand that stands out online. So I really hope to impart how service-based entrepreneurs really need to build not just their business brand, but their personal brand, which is critical when it comes to establishing credibility online as a service provider. We function in a space where potential clients need to see results, they need to see examples, they need to hear stories of satisfied clients, and even need to hear stories from us and from the things we have done, from the times we have failed, from the times we have succeeded. There are times, especially in digital, if you are working in digital, there are times you will be doing something and it just will not work. It just will not work and it will frustrate you. And just even preparing for the summer, there are times when the website crashed, there are times when certain things happen and we had to go back and I'm like, listen, a plugin is not working here or whatever the case may be, right? So there are times where you may be trying something, you may be running an ad, you may be doing this, doing that, and you're thinking something is not working. But the beautiful thing about digital is if something does not work, there's always somewhere you can go back and detect the problem.
The Turks and Caicos will be represented by Gabriel Saunders, who will be a keynote speaker and sharing his advice and experience from co-founding local marketing agency Turks and Caicos TV.
I'm looking to really speak about network building. That's been something that has been absolutely crucial for us with the success that we've had. And I'd just like to speak about that, speak about how you can go, especially being from a small Caribbean island, and go and start networking with, top tier influencers that come down to your island. So for us, it's been people like DJ Khaled, Chance the Rapper, Chase Demore, et cetera, et cetera. So for me, it's all about network building. And we can talk about, from my perspective, the journey of Turks and Caicos TV and how we were able to start from 0 followers up to around 4,500. Essentially the experiences that I've gained through that journey and impart that knowledge on others at the summit and allow them to know, hey, no matter what it is that you're looking to try to create from the digital side, as long as you are consistent with your branding, you are consistent with your posting to ensure that you get consistent engagement. Keep in mind, consistency is the common theme there. You will be able to grow your brand and grow your presence online and gain that credibility to ensure that you can have greater opportunities as you grow.
Jamila also shared her hopes for the summit.
We are hoping to get to know just a little bit more about our Caribbean neighbors and a little bit more about the service providers in the region, because just speaking from the Trinidad and Tobago perspective, there are lots of people here who want to be able to get their businesses out. Some people may not be working anymore. Some people may have lost their jobs due to COVID. Some people may have decided, okay, now that COVID has come and gone and my industry has been affected, I always wanted to try X or Y or Z. But now they're thinking, how do I actually make the transition from where I was to where I would like to be? And or how do I expand the business I already have? Because we live in small countries, so the market only has that much size. So you want to be able to tap into areas where markets that have a use for your skills. Some of us are sitting here with skills that may not necessarily even apply in a wide way to the islands that we live on, but there are people who appreciate that in bigger places, and places where people, invest in education, invest in virtual products, invest in digital support systems. So I definitely hope that people take the information being shared, the lessons, the trainings, and really implement. Even if you implement 1 or 2 things from the trainings or from the talks being shared at this event, our job would have been complete. We would have given you the opportunity to propel the business to another level, to another stage.
The virtual event will teach hopeful Caribbean entrepreneurs how to sell their digital products and services globally. For those wondering how to register, Jamila told us more.
And it will be accessible on the summit's website, www.yourbusinessindigital.com. Right now, we have the pre-registration happening. So you sign up, you get on the list, and the summit will be going live very soon. I don't know if by the time this interview is, it might go live. But just get on the list. And once you're in there, you have the opportunity to access what we have designed and called the Business Launch Library. So all of the content from the summit will be available for 365 days, which will allow all attendees to sign up for the Business Launch Library for 100% off, right? So that's a value of $399 we will be giving away for free, just to be able to give people the opportunity to spend time with the content, and go back, because as I say, sometimes you have to do multiple listens to get the lesson. Don't get it all right away. So that's about 15 hours of content, along with some free downloads that some of the speakers will provide.
Reporting for PTV Newswatch, I'm Ali Carvey.
It's time for a quick break. More Newswatch when we return.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Police officials are investigating the latest shooting incidents across 2 districts in Providenciales and a meeting with Q-Town representative on the issue of crime. Take a look. Officers of the Serious Crime Unit of the Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force are investigating a robbery and shooting incident that happened around 4:30 p.m. on Friday, October 29th, in the vicinity of Blue Mountain in Providenciales. A man stated that 2 men armed with firearms shot and robbed him of his pink Toyota Passo and fled the scene. The victim received multiple gunshot wounds and was taken to the hospital for treatment. Police say the vehicle was recovered a short time later. Also in your crime update, the Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force executive team met with Member of Parliament and Representative of Cheshire Hall and Richmond Hills, Honorable Samuel Bean, and discussed matters related to crime, specifically the crime levels in the Q-Town and Dockyard areas. Acting Commissioner Kendall Grant, commenting on the meeting, stated, quote, "There are certain parts of Q-Town and Dockyard areas that are known as hotspot areas. Although heavily patrolled by my officers, we need support from this community if we are going to have a positive impact on crime. However, we accept that there is a challenge with trust, and we are willing to put in the work to ensure the safety of these communities and others." Acting Commissioner Grant also added, quote, "The Force executive team is looking forward to further addressing crime concerns in the Q-Town and Dockyard areas in partnership with residents. We are thankful for the support from Honorable Samuel Bean and his team. They will be instrumental in helping us to bridge the gap between these communities and the Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force, being the conduit that will allow witnesses and victims of crimes to be heard." This meeting is the first of a series of meetings throughout the Turks and Caicos Islands.
Newswatch is told that a 32-year-old man was shot at a Millennium Highway home late Sunday night. Police warded off the crime scene where the victim was said to have been shot in the face, but is thankfully alive. He was rushed to the Cheshire Hall Medical Center, and we are told that overseas medical treatment is being sought. PTV is also told that the victim knew the shooter and that the shooting may not have been intentional or malicious. However, police have revealed no details on the incident up to press time. The young man, we are told, is in stable condition at the Cheshire Hall Medical Center. Newswatch will keep you updated as details develop.
We'll be right back with more Newswatch.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
The Concacaf Women's Under-17 Qualifiers took place this weekend at the IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. The TCI went head-to-head with Honduras on October 28th. The match ended with a 6-0 win for Honduras. Then, on the 30th of October, the TCI faced off with Anguilla. The game resulted in a draw, with neither team managing to score due to strong defenses on both sides. Today's game resulted in a 6-0 win for Guyana. The next phase of the 2022 Concacaf Women's Under-17 Championship is set to take place in January. The Concacaf top 16 teams participating in the group stage of the championship will be divided into 4 groups. After round-robin play, the top 3 teams in each group will join the 4 teams from the qualifiers. For your Sports Authority, I'm Ali Harvey.
Cloudy skies across the Turks and Caicos Islands is your weather forecast for November 2nd, 2021. On Grand Turk on Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, high 84, low 79. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. South Caicos on Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, high 84, low 79. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. North and Middle Caicos on Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, high 84, low 79. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Parrot and Pine Key on Tuesday, sunshine and mixed clouds, high 85, low 79. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And on Providenciales on Tuesday, sunshine and mixed clouds, high 85, low 79. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Time now for your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise at 6:54 a.m., sunset at 6:13 p.m. And for your high tides and low tides, high tides 5:57 a.m., 6:21 p.m. Low tides 12:14 a.m., 12:14 p.m. Time now for your hurricane outlook. For the North Atlantic Caribbean Sea and the Gulf of Mexico, a broad area of low pressure located several hundred miles west-southwest of Cabo Verde Islands continues to produce disorganized shower activity. This system is moving northwestward into a region of less conducive upper-level winds, and the chances of a tropical cyclone development are decreasing. And that's it for your weather forecast and hurricane outlook. We'll be right back with more News Watch.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future.
I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Welcome back to News Watch. As if the pandemic wasn't enough of a setback, airlines are still experiencing hardships within the industry as flight attendants, pilots, and airport personnel strike out and in some cases resign, resulting in understaffing. Take a look.
Newswatch learns that the TCI was a part of a number of countries affected by flight cancellations over the weekend. We are informed that the flights from the TCI were just a few of more than 600 flights that were canceled on Sunday alone, affecting over 12% of the company's total operations for the day. Between Friday and Monday, over 2,200 flights have been canceled, and PTV now knows that these cancellations may continue on into Wednesday. The blame is being placed on bad weather and understaffing. Chief Operating Officer of AA, David Seymour, wrote to staff on Saturday citing that the issues started with high winds on Thursday, cutting capacity at its Dallas-Fort Worth airport hub, which also resulted in crew members being out of position for their upcoming flights. Pilot and flight attendants availability was also listed as reasons for most of the cancellations on Saturday and Sunday, according to CNBC. It is no secret that the industry continues to struggle with understaffing shortfalls that has resulted in hundreds of flight cancellations and other disruptions since travel demand rebounded this spring. Airlines were able to convince thousands of staff members to accept voluntary buyouts or leaves of absence to cut their payroll expenses at the brink of the pandemic. Now it seems that scheme has come back to haunt them. And AA isn't the only one to experience such a setback. Just 2 weeks ago, Southwest dealt with a similar situation where they underwent a $75 million loss with over 2,000 cancellations. The TCI was also affected. 3 months ago, Spirit Air was also down $50 million after 7 consecutive days of canceled and delayed flights.
That's a wrap for Monday's News Watch. Join us again tomorrow and every weekday at 6:30 p.m. for more news. Miss the story or newscast? Connect with us by visiting our website at www.ptvtci.com. I'm Latoya Walken reporting until next time.